and what I experienced growing up, whether that was early childhood, teenage years, young adult. I'm not trying to make anyone's childhood all bad, and I'm also not trying to make it about one experience. But when I look at my relationship with me and me, and I look at what was modeled for me, I can, when I am in my highest self, I can notice where what was modeled was either neglectful or abusive. And I don't mean towards me. I can mean that. But it's also, I can watch and look back at what my dad did in coping with his own issues. And he was either abusive to himself or he was neglectful to himself. Most of my life, my dad looked like he was 10 months pregnant. Fear was his thing for a really long time. And he was only like 5'6". I talk about him as if he was like 6'5", but obesity was a big part of his story, and there's just so much self-harm in that. So when I look at my relationship with me and me, and I try to find a balance, a tool outside of something feels yucky, I'm feeling some kind of way, which is my usually first red flag. What really catches my attention is when I start justifying and rationalizing. As soon as I start justifying and rationalizing, I get real smart ass with myself. Like, I get sassy because I know I'm in it. I don't know how long I've been in it, but I know I'm already in it. And it's kind of the sign to myself that I got your number. Because when I can justify and rationalize anything, it's no longer about me. It's about something that has power over me. So, for example, when we suffer from numbing and medicating behaviors, it's because one of those domains has power over me. If you've been in a workshop, you've probably seen me lead pieces with people where they identify work as their higher power or money as their higher power. I do this because I can get more money. I don't do this so I don't spend money. And it becomes money determines what I'm going to do rather than money just being a thing. It's just a thing in life. I could say the exact same thing about food. Food can dictate what I'm going to do that day and what I'm not going to do that day. It can determine, am I going to cook today? Am I going to DoorDash today? Or am I going to get real excited and go to, what's the name of that place my boys love so much? Mario's. Never been to Rock Hill Mario's. You need to go. It's amazing. That's our favorite place to go. So when I'm rationalizing and justifying Mario's, well, actually, I haven't been to the grocery store and it's already 5 o'clock. It would be 6:30, but it's already happening. I don't need to do that. I can just make the decision to say, I don't want to cook tonight. We're going to go to Mario's. Much like shopping, I resonated a lot with what you guys said around, I need this because it's on sale. Or I would go years without buying clothes because I'll buy them when I lose weight. Neglectful or abusive? It sounds harsh and it's like there's weight to it. And as I said in the beginning, the consequences are based on perception, right? Like sometimes the consequences are more severe than others. But sometimes it's, oh, that feels yucky. And I just don't like the feeling. To me, that's a consequence. When I eat fast food that much and I just feel yuck, it makes me not want to eat at all. And to me, that's a consequence. To me, for me, about me. When we have this backstory, when the relationship with me and me has taught me to go outside of myself to feel better, all those numbers and medicators have power over me. They also have authority. When money, sex, food, relationship, work creates, I work around those things, it's because I'm giving it power and authority. It is more important than me. I know I've shared with you guys a, a big part of my struggle, blessing and a curse, growing up on a farm was I've been working until the sun went down my whole life. And I didn't know how to not do that. If I'm awake and I'm mobile, I need to be doing something. Therefore, my workaholism is an escape for me because as a mom, I am very open and honest that it is the hardest fucking job I've ever had in my life. And part of that is because I'm a recovering perfectionist. And part of that is because my boys are atypical. And part of that is because I don't know if you know this, but I get to work with people like you on a daily basis. And I'm in the minority of the world and I fucking love my job. So I don't have consequences from like working other than I do that to take me away from other priorities. And so it becomes a personal responsibility to use boundaries around work because my work makes me feel really good and I don't get high from it, although I do get some dopamine sometimes when there's light bulbs going off. But I get a lot of connection and I get fed in a really good, healthy way. But what we notice is our language, our relationship language for our world is about how do I stay between the 4 and the 6? Because anything I can do in excess. I can love my dog in excess, and my husband can get very jealous. That's reality. And yes, it's a true story. Can't tell you how many couple sessions I've done for other people too, when the dog or the cat is literally in the middle of the bed, right? So when we're looking at how do I find balance? How do I live in the gray? What does it mean to be and to live between the 4 and the 6? Well, the biggest thing is what recovery gives us, which is awareness. If I'm not aware of me and my body, I'm not going to know anything's wrong. And because life fucking happens, football schedules start, kids go back to school, life gets busy, holidays happen. Culturally, there's just lots of things that can happen that we are powerless over. And it's the idea that what happens when I am my biggest priority? Hmm. I never learned how to do that. I'm working on it still. And it's just an invitation to practice it. Like, what would it be like? What would happen if I am my power? If when something hurts, I sit with it. I don't go eat, or I don't turn on Bravo, or I don't seek attention for somebody else to make me feel better. Like anything, it can be any of the things, not bad or wrong. Just the reality is that when I am in pain or in discomfort, what happens if I become my priority? I think it sounds great, and I'm making it sound way easier than it is because the how is what we're practicing. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope